Welcome back to Math First Grade Friends. I'm so excited to be here with you today, and I'm so excited to go over this activity. We're going to talk about our fact families and how addition and subtraction story problems work together. I know that we kind of started doing it yesterday, and yesterday's assignment might have been hard, but that's okay. It was just to get our brains back into the idea of math. Today, we're going to take it another step back just to help us out a little bit and really break down how we can put subtraction and addition word problems together and figure them out with each other. All right. So let's go ahead and jump here. But before I do that, I do want to give you one quick reminder on cubes. Remember the C, circle the number. U, underline the question. B, box the math action words. E, write an equation. S, solve. All right. I'm not seeing enough cubes on our work right now. I know it, like I said down here below, don't forget to always use it. It's going to help you. I talked to some of our classmates. We're really trying to practice this. It's really important, first grade friends, and I really want you to remember that cubes. Remember how you can use it and how it's going to help you get through it. I'm putting it here, so it's going to be kept here on your assignment so you can come back to it. It's here in the YouTube video. I'll keep talking about it. I'll put this picture up somewhere for us everywhere, but I want us to remember cubes so that we can keep coming back to it like that. All right, let's go ahead and jump in here. We're going to solve these three story problems together, and then I have on this last page a couple problems that I'd like you to work on as well. So the first thing I want us to do is I want us to go ahead and look at this first one. It says, Sam scores 4 points. Well, I see some numbers, so I'm going to go ahead and use my cubes, and I'm going to do some circling. Wow, that's a really bad circle. All right, I'm going to do a circle here and a circle here. Excellent. All right, so I circle my numbers because I see those. Sam scores 4 points. Julio scores 3 points. And I'm going to underline my question. I cannot underline tonight. I apologize, my friends. How many points do they score in all? So down here, we've got little spots where we can write down the numbers that they tell us. So that's what I really want us doing, is I want us writing down those numbers. So let's write here. So first of all, Sam scores 4 points. We saw that. They told us that. We know that that's what we're doing, so we're going to go with that. Julio scores 3 points. Well, it wants me to know how many I scored all together or in all. In all. That's my math action word. That's telling me that I need to add my numbers together. So I'm going to add those numbers together. I've got an equation set up here to help us kind of go through it, and I'm going to fill them in really fast. We know that 4 plus 3, and we're going to do it down here. 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 equals 7. So they scored 7 all together. The reason why I went through this quick is because this is an easier one. We know our addition problems, and I need to get this simple addition problem set up for us to see how we can use them together moving forward with the other ones. Okay, so let's look over here and read our second one. Sam scores 4 points. I'm gonna circle the numbers here, 4, and then I see a 7 here. I'm also going to keep track of it and write them down as I see it and see that Sam scored 4 points. I see a question mark, so I'm going to underline my question going backwards. How many points does Julio score? So that's what I'm trying to find, is how many Julio scored. Sam scores 4 points. Julio also scores some points. In all, math action words, they score 7 points. So it is another addition problem. So I'm going to remember that I have my addition problem over here. But here's where I have my subtraction problem and where that's going to come in handy, because we're going to need that to solve this, and that's going to be our helpful trick that we can use today. All right, so we need to figure out. So it says that Sam scored 4 points, and altogether they scored 7 points. Well, we know that 7 goes here and 4 goes here. Now, obviously, first grade friends, you can see right there above it, we already know the answer. But I don't want you looking there yet. What I want you doing is I want you coming over here to the subtraction side, and let's take a look at that. Now, in subtraction, remember the biggest number comes first. And out of 4 and 7, 7 is my biggest number, so I'm going to put 7 here. Now, I need to figure out how many were scored by my other friend. Well, I know that there were 7 total, so that's my biggest number, and I know that Sam scored 4. So maybe if I take Sam's 4 goals out of those 7 goals, maybe, just maybe, it'll leave behind Julio's goals, and I can see how many he scored. So They told me that Sam scored 4. I'm going to put that 4 there, and I'm going to take Sam's 4 goals out of the 7 goals they scored altogether. So I'm going to draw a picture to do that. And I'm going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we're going to take away 4 of those goals. 1, 2, 3, 4. It leaves me with 1, 2, 3. 7 minus 4 equals 3. I can write a 3 here. Sure enough, we got that magic 3. All right, now let's move down to the bottom one. You can probably imagine what this is going to look like, but that's okay because we're going to use our awesome first grade skills to get through it anyway. So let's see here. Oops, sorry, first graders. There we go. All right, let's take a look over here. Sam scores some points, so we don't know what Sam scores. So that's what we're going to try to figure out this time. Then Julio scores 3. So that reminds me, my cubes, circle my numbers, 3 and 7. I see a question mark, so I'm going to underline my question. How many points does Sam score? Like I thought, that's what we're going to try to figure out. Box or math action words. Then again, it's that in all again, it's the same thing every time. So I know that that's the addition over here. But this time I don't know how many Sam scored. And it tells me Sam scores some points. Let's call these Sam's points. We don't know how many he scored. We got to figure that out. Julio scores 3 points. So I'll write a 3 down here for Julio, and I'll write a 3 here because we know that 3 was there already. And altogether, they score 7 points. Well, now we got to figure it out, and I'm going to do the same thing I did to solve with subtraction, but this time I'm going to do it with a different number. I'm going to take that 7, because it's my big number again, and I'm going to toss it up there at the beginning just to see what's going to go on there. And I'm going to take away now all of Julio's goals to see if I can figure it out. And Julio scored 3 goals, and so I'm going to take those away from him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cross out 1, 2, 3. That leaves me with 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 goals. So I had 7 goals altogether. I took away Julio's 3. That left me with Sam's 4 goals. And I'm going to write that 4 right there. So that helped me figure out. And you can see how I took it. And even though it was addition, I can take it backwards, put that big number at the front, and take away the other number I know to find that missing number for me. And that's the easiest trick you can use, first grade friends, when solving these addition and subtraction problems. It's a nice, quick way for you. Now, once again, I want you to please, 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 please remember cubes. Please remember that C, circle your numbers. U, underline the question. B, box the math action word. E, use your math words and write an equation. S, solve. Draw a picture, do something, but solve it. Don't forget your labels, and don't forget to always use cubes. It's going to help you every time. All right, first grade friends, I'd like you to please work on I believe we have page 88 waiting for you. Page 88. We're already moving all right through this workbook here. There are 3 story problems I want you to look at. You should be able to do exactly what we just did on those. And then I've got some addition and subtraction problems I want you to just go through really quick so I can check and see how we're doing. I know you could do a great job on this today. I look forward to seeing your great work. Thank you so much for being in math with me today. It was good to have you. Goodbye, my first grade friends, and enjoy the rest of your day.